This is Drako and Anaro today, and we are absolutely delighted to welcome you to Thriving Singapore. So we're gonna spend about an hour together, and today I'm quite excited because I know Drako has prepared like an amazing adventure for all of us. Just to tell you a little bit more, today event and workshop is part of a bigger picture. That is called Thriving Singapore. It's both a virtual exhibition. We have the privilege to host like 10 artists like based in Singapore, as well as a creative workshop series. And we are super happy to be supported by the National Art Council and like Chatsuparan and Gush Bank. So lots of supporter. Very happy with that. Perhaps Ryu, we can share the PowerPoint.
Okay.
We have, I can see some of our other artists who are present. Super. We have 3 types of workshops, so perhaps you can move on to the next slide. You have workshop that today, like it's more discussing with an artist. You have really virtual tour talking about the art practice, and then you have actually workshop where you learn some creative practice. And today, thanks to Ryu, is going to be a little bit of a creative mix between a virtual tour and a dialogue. So I'm done speaking. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm going to pass the mic back to Drako.
Okay, hello. I'm not muted, right? Hi. Can you hear me?
Drako, sorry to a little, guys, just as you know, we are live on YouTube as well. So just wanted to let you know that everything is recorded, so you will be able to like find all the information we shared today later on YouTube. Thank you.
Okay. Oh. Okay, hi everyone. So today is a Zoom and chill session. I won't be playing like any live music in this session because I think it's not easy to do it through Zoom, but I'll be having 2 more live sessions this week. So those will be more focused on music, and you'll be able to hear me play some originals as well. So I'll let you know the info later. So for now, let's chill this session. And okay, so for the Thriving Singapore exhibition that Annalore just introduced, I did 4 art pieces, and now I'll show you the exhibition itself. Wait, let me check whether the screen will be shared as well. I think I have to reshare to a new tab. Hold on.
Yeah, that's because like we can see like where your pieces are, so that when you revisit the virtual space after, it's very easy for you to find the pieces in the context.
Okay, so coming soon.
Super.
Okay, so this is the Thriving Singapore page, thrivingsingapore.com. And now go to Explore Exhibition. Okay, so it's really cool. Like you can see all the artist rooms, and you can jump straight to the different artists. Hold on, because the screen is blocking. I have to pull it. Yep, and here you can check out all the other artists too. Their works are so cool, and you can find mine here just by clicking. So you can also enter the room by clicking the circle. So if I click this one, then you can sort of navigate. I think it's a bit laggy, so I'll leave you to explore that on your own. And I'll show you my 4 pieces through the PowerPoint to avoid any of the lags on Zoom. Do you all see the PowerPoint now, or do I have to reshare?
We see it. Yeah,
you see
perfect.
The PowerPoint?
Oh, yeah, okay. If you can put in presentation mode, then it's perfect.
Okay, cool. Yep. So I made 4 pieces, and they are all centered around music and the local scene. So it's sort of like local music. It's the different musical instruments with a local taste. So for the first piece, I have a piano here, and like durians are very super popular food in Singapore. I think it's either love or hate it. And I'm just gonna be honest here, I actually hate it. Like, cause the smell is like, it makes me sneeze, like literally. So yeah, durians are not my thing, but they are still very symbolic of our country. Like there's even the landmark called the Esplanade, which looks like 2 like giant durians. Yeah, so it's quite a Singapore thing. And over at the top of the piano, we have the city skyline. So what I wanted to show is like, because Singapore is known as a very busy city, like we're small, we're packed, and like we're always working and being competitive. We don't even have any like countryside, or because we are a small city country. So it seems like there's a lot of hustle and bustle, but I wanted to share that below all this like busyness and all the work, sometimes we just want to enjoy a little, like the little things in life. So like the durian. So like when you open the piano below, you find like the things that you enjoy. And for the second piece, it might not be that recognizable to non-musicians, but it's actually symbolic of a drum set. So like there's the snares and the toms, and also on the chair there are literally 2 drumsticks, like drumsticks, yeah. And there's the signature tiger balm, so it's a sort of like nostalgic kind of feel with the, you know, the milkmaid at the back. It's like they used to sell those all the tea and stuff, and then they'll directly give you the can for takeaway, so you just drink it from the can. And the cup in front is like one of those very typical coffee shop cups, and then in the middle we have the kaya jar as well. So these are the first 2 pieces, and the next 2 pieces. So of course I have to have a violin, right, since I'm a violinist. And probably you recognize the Malayan. And also there's some small details in the violin artwork, like one of it, the chin rest is actually the Gardens by the Bay, one of the domes of Gardens by the Bay. And then the bridge of the violin, this one's very subtle. It's actually I think, now I suddenly can't remember which bridge I chose. I think it's the Elgin Bridge. So it's actually like the same shape as one of the bridges in Singapore. Okay, and for the last one, it's actually a trumpet. And I was quite surprised, like, because I went to Google for reference images of trumpets. And then when I looked at it, there were some features that they are just so similar to the Singapore landmarks that I had already planned, like the 3 parts. So like it's like the Marina Bay Sands thing. And then there's even like the curved areas. I don't know if you see my mouse, but like there's a circle here and the thing over here. It's like they are actually
we can see.
Yeah, they are real parts of the trumpet. And then there's even a curved part over here. Sorry, I don't know what's the technical terms of the trumpet. But yeah, it just fits quite perfectly. So I was quite surprised. And of course, this part is the signature Gardens by the Bay. I don't know what you call it, but you know, when you search Gardens by the Bay, then you will see the artificial trees. And these parts, right, they light up at night also. So yeah, that's another landmark of Singapore. And together, these 4 pieces, I try to use like sort of a vibrant neon feel, because I want to show that, like, even though things might have become more like towards technology now, like we have to live stream instead of having the usual big concerts and stuff, I want to show that hopefully we can still remain vibrant, and like I want to depict the potential of our local scene as well. Hold on, let me just check, because I saw there's like 9 something. Is there people waiting to be admitted? And Alok, could you check?
Yes, there is 1 person. I'm admitting them. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I see the chat now. Sorry, I can't keep track of a few things at once. Okay, but now
the chat, don't worry, I'm in the chat. So if there is any question that people want to ask you, I'll make sure I collect them, and at the end I will like come
all right,
back.
just let me know if there's anything there, because a bit hard to see both at once.
Yeah, of course, I'm here.
All right. Okay, so I'm not sure like who is here from the music side of my life and who is here from the, you know, the art side of my life. So I'll just do a quick intro. I'm a violinist, and I started out like learning the usual classical route, like, you know, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, then you go for classes, stuff like that. But now I haven't played classical in like years, like after I discovered different genres like rock and metal. Actually, I went the classical route and I finished until grade 8. But even after that, like, because I thought that when you become good at something, then you enjoy it. So that's why I keep practicing, like, even though it's very tough, especially practicing violin, right? I tell you, your whole body will hurt very fast, like your neck and back, everything. So I thought maybe at first I thought maybe because I'm not good at it yet, so like I need to practice more, then I'll enjoy it. But then even after I finished grade 8, like I just felt like it's not really my thing. Like I felt a bit empty. So I stopped playing violin for like 1 to 2 years until I discovered rock and metal genre. So that's when I started playing violin again. And I think like I feel very blessed to have discovered this route, because like it's something I truly enjoy. Like I think classical just is great lah. And I really admire those who can like play classical music well, and you know, all the professionals, they are technically very good as well. Yeah, but I think it wasn't my thing, and I'm very grateful that I got to discover this route, like playing rock and metal, and sometimes I play EDM and pop as well. Oh, what's your favorite rock band? I can see the chat. So firstly, I'll say my favorite bands would be like Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium, and Skillet, like bands like that. Actually, I don't really how to say like I don't really have a band that I like every single song and like I'm diehard crazy about. I'll say I'm really into Avenged Sevenfold, and I'm really grateful for their music that brought me to here. But even for Avenged Sevenfold, there are a couple of songs that are not really my taste. So I'm more of like someone who just goes for the songs itself. Like, no, I like this song, I'm gonna listen to it. Like honestly, there are some songs by like those pop singers, and then like, or there are some random songs that like a lot of people say are like trashy or like, you know, but then to me, actually, if I just like it, I don't care who did it. I don't really care. As long as it sounds good, I'll just listen. So I go more by the song. I don't really like, you know, choose specific bands. So I'll say, yeah, I started out with like Avenged Sevenfold and Skillet. So that's how it all began, when I heard their music and I tried playing. So that was like my first few videos. Oh, and Two Steps from Hell also. That's an instrumental like epic music band. So those were my first few videos. Like my first video was Skillet's Awake and Alive, followed by Two Steps from Hell, Heart of Courage. So like I was very like, I didn't know why the Heart of Courage cover went viral, because like it wasn't a very epic song. Like it's an epic music, yes, but you know, it's not like technically epic like playing a metal solo or something. So it turns out that it happened to be the FIFA World Cup theme song or something. So like it's just like by luck. So it went viral after that, because people probably were all searching for the song. So after playing some epic music, then nowadays I play more metal, and sometimes I play like random stuff like J-pop or Mendo pop as well. Yeah. And last year, I played a Slipknot cover, and somehow it went viral, I think through Reddit first, and then it got picked up by like Loudwire and different what you call it, news pages, until it reached the billboard. Then I was like, lol, look at the chicken on the billboard. I mean the duck on the back. Yeah, so all my friends were like, lol, your memes made it to the billboard. Yeah, so now I'm signed to Decibel Studios, like as their first artist. So we are still starting out, just trying. And so now things are moving on. I'm gonna release my first single this Saturday. So later I'll tell you more about the song itself, like the meaning and like how I went through the process. Now I'll just move on. What's this? Oh, okay, yeah, this is about the duck, M Drako. Okay, so I have a page like especially for the duck as well. Like at first it started out as like, you know, you can see it doesn't have any ears. So it started to evolve. I don't know if like you guys know the meme of the chick holding a knife. Like, you know, it's a cute chick, but then it's holding a knife, so it's deadly at the same time. So I was like super attracted to that chick or duck, right? So I wanted to make it my mascot. So I replaced the knife with a violin. And like now it's evolved into something new after I gave it some ears as well. So yeah, it even has some personality now after it created its own Instagram page. Thought I'll share a bit about my art stuff first before we move on to the game book. I think some people might be here to see the game book thing that I showed. So I think my inspiration comes from like anywhere. As you can see in the first two images, this was like at my previous workplace when I was like just looking out of the window feeling emo about work. Then I just saw this scene, and somehow like I just felt that there's something I could turn into something special. So you can see that it's almost the same elements, but I've turned it into my own artwork. So I think that's something we can all do. Like I think some people like they say, oh, I can't draw or I'm not creative. But I think if we just look around, like sometimes we can find interesting things, or we just take some time to look at something and we might see it in a different way. So like I think some of you might know that I'm always playing the game of Go, the black and white stones on the, it's like on the board with a lot of intersections, right? So you can see the the badminton racket here. So I like to make art which sort of crosses Go with other elements. So like Go in sports. So there's a badminton racket here with the Go stones. And I also really love like illusions. So these are two of my illusion art. Like I'm quite inspired by MC Escher. I just really love it because it's mind-blowing, those illusion stuff. And here are some more of the illusion related things that I like to do. So this is like my kitchen floor. Then my mom let me use a black marker to draw this. So at the time I was quite into making like 3D works. And then there's the robot hand as well. Like there's no Photoshop on this tool, except like maybe to just increase the contrast a bit, but no other Photoshop. Yeah, I try to match it up and stick it on. So like I take some profile pictures that look like a robot arm. And this one, the pencil is real, by the way. The pencil is real, the rest are not. Yeah. And I have some other artwork, but I couldn't find it. But so after I did this, then I just felt like a troll. So I went to do another artwork where like the pencil wasn't real. So I literally drew the pencil 3D. So like people are just getting trolled by me because I'll upload like this work and then I'll tell them the pencil is real, this one's not. Then the next one is like, this one's real, the pencil is not real. Yeah. And this one is just a A4 paper with drawn with pencil. And then below I just put like my pen and the real stuff. So sort of like mixed media kind of thing. I just like doing this kind of thing, like finding inspiration from different places. Okay, this one for later. I show you all the now we can look at the game book stuff. I need to switch to the other screen first. Hold on. Share screen. Okay, let me know if it's working. Do you all see the camera now?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So, okay, intro first. I think some people might have come for this because I put it in the description, but just an intro. When I was about 10 years old in primary school, so I made this game book. So, at that time, like, we don't even really have much access to internet, computers. Still remember the dial-up sounds, all stuff. Yeah, so I wanted to make a game. So I drew everything by hand, and then as my friends played, I updated their accounts like also by hand. I just erase and like draw the new items in, that kind of thing. Okay, so now we'll go through. There are 4 books here. The main ones are these 2. So like there's account book and then there's the shop and everything. So I'll explain how the game goes. I think like I was quite inspired by Neopets kind of games. Like I really love collecting items and like having your own account and building up like building up your own account and stuff. So this is the very first book. It's called Fabulastic World. So after a while I start to get very tattered and can hardly see the images. So I had like a few other this book as well, which is like the improved version. So you can see the pictures are slightly different, but they were done within the same year. Okay, so I think we start with the first one first. Let me know if there's like any issue or if the camera's getting cut off.
Oh, now it's good. We can see it.
Cool. Okay, so Fabulastic World. And yeah.
So just for those of us who are not into gaming, what you explained to me when you first showed me is that it's actually a game that could be online, but you didn't have enough access to computers, so you put it offline.
Yeah, and I mean, I think at the age I also wouldn't know how to code it online, but here's how it works. So we have shops like this, and then people have accounts. So like this is an example of like one of my friends' accounts. So you get your username, and then you get your avatar here, which is just a face, and then you have your inventory. So I'll say that the fun part is probably collecting the different stuff and sabotaging your friends. So it's like at that time there were about 2 classes. So each of us maybe So total maybe 40 people. So during recess, like everyone will rush over to play this game and to like check the updates. So this is the account, right? And you can sabotage your friend's avatar by buying like stuff to throw at them. So like you can buy paint and then you go throw at people. So like this guy is still left with a paint splat for like how many years? Yeah. So they'll go and check the updates and collect stuff and sabotage their friends. So like here are some of the account books. Like everybody gets sabotaged. And then as it
Do you
progresses,
have I have a question for you, but because I'm not a gamer, I have no idea
sure.
what the question means. So you need to
Okay.
read it because I don't know what it means.
Sorry?
Can you read the, so it's asking if it's something like a GM manage D&D accounts, which I have no idea what it means.
Wait,
Can you check
I
the
suddenly
Zeta?
cannot find my chat.
Dungeon and Dragon.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I'll say I think like Neopets is probably the closest kind of game. Like, you know, having your own account and collecting items. And then you also get your avatar. Yeah, so I think that's the closest one. Then they'll collect money. So I'll show you how to collect money later. So, okay, so first there's the shops. Stuff like this. Okay, I think we can just start from the start. Since we have time, let's just look at everything. Okay, so there's a silly shop. Like my favorite word when I was young is like silly. Then like I'll even call myself like username silly something or yeah, let's see. There's a deflated soccer ball here. There's a silly sum here. This is 2 + 2 = 2. Okay, so I'm quite into like those cute stuff, funny stuff, and like puns. Like, I really love puns. Later I'll tell you like how like up to now I'm still doing like all the stupid puns. What's this? Rocket, upside down painting. There's a blue crayon that is red. This one. Okay, actually I didn't look through the entire book before like showing you all. So like some things are surprising to me as well now. There's a blue crayon that is red. Like, you know, I really love this kind of thing. One day if I open like those novelty joke shop, right, I want to do this kind of thing. Like I'll label all the crayons like in the wrong colors. And then I'll have like fake pencils and fake erasers. So like, people try to erase, but it doesn't work. Or like the pencil is actually an eraser, kind of thing. Yeah, then essence of flower. And there's a few smudgies. Paint stuff. Okay, there's so much. Lol. Okay, see, there's a yellow paint. So apparently it's like yellow plus blue. That's what I think. And is the camera okay, by the way? I feel like
sometimes it needs to refocus because it's
okay,
a little
I
bit.
see. Okay. Oh, you know, this brings back memory. See the dried splat, right? When I was a kid, right, I used to like, you know, sometimes you paint, right? Then you leave the paint there, then it just dries, right? So after it dries, then I'll go and peel off the dried spot of paint, right? Then in class, right, I'll just paste the paint over my worksheet. Then I'll go and yell that like, hey, does somebody drop paint on my worksheet? Then the teacher freaked out. Yeah, stuff like that. Memories. Okay, there's like a magic shop kind of thing. Yeah. Fake money. Pepper biscuit. Oh, hold on. Okay, it's okay now, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. These are still pretty normal stuff at the moment. Okay, so this is the Sabo shop. So like you buy the stuff from here to go and sabotage your friends, as I mentioned earlier. So like their avatar will change like different reactions based on the stuff you buy for them. So like if you use the puppet to scare them, then their avatar will have like some shock expression. And there's this thing called a picker a counter. So it says you can steal someone's item for 3 days, bracket, but you have to return it. Okay, yeah, but it's quite funny, this kind of stuff. And then if you're sick of people sabotaging you, you can like buy the protector. So you just wear this and like no one can throw anything at you for like a few days. There's a tickler in Super Soaker. Okay. There's more stuff in the second book. It's kind of like this, but like more upgrades. Fantasy. Yeah, last time I also love doing this a lot. Like drawing the pencil, the multi-sided pencil. Stationery. Yeah, fake pencil, just when I said the fake pencil. Okay. Any letter pencil. Okay, so I think right, this one is like you can buy it and you can choose any letter you want it to be. So like if your name start with like H or something, so I can draw this thing but with the letter H. Com games. Okay. Oh, this brings back memories. Yeah. Last time my favorite games were like Pac-Man and Icy Tower. Does anyone play Icy Tower? Like, I used to be crazy about that game. It's the jumping tower game thingy. And there's a few other.
You guys can answer in the Zoom chat if you want, if you were Icy Tower player.
And there's a like what, flower sniffer. I don't even know what kind of game that would be. Clothing. Science World. I actually used to keep Venus flytrap. Like, I thought they are super cute. Yeah, and I also love like making round things square. Like I always draw like square apples, square globes. Okay, there's also a star-shaped globe and a triangular globe. Iodine pao. Okay, so for those who are not from Singapore, right, pao is like the food, the I guess you call it kind of cake, not really a cake. But yeah, I have no idea why an iodine pao is here. I think it's just that it's science world. And then, you know, last time in primary school, we always like use iodine in our science experiments. But I tell you, who would even eat an iodine pao? But yeah, there it is. Shop on offer. Oh look, I actually, wait, let me check the focus. Yeah, I actually sold a inventory space. Yeah, so they can increase their inventory space by buying this. Guess that'll be useful. Bookstore, let's see. Terrible Tales of Mrs. Bean. Yeah, that's like the Mr. Bean parody version. Oh, there's a Mr. Bean one here. This is Mr. Bean, this is Mrs. Bean. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing now, but okay, here's some weapon shop. Oh, exploding electron over here. Okay. Oh, you know, last time I used to be crazy about like rocks and minerals. Like I went to buy the Dorling Kindersley like encyclopedia of rocks and minerals, and then I read the whole thing and memorized all the rocks names. Now I forgot already. Yeah, but I used to be crazy about it like when I was around this age as well. And then I'll try to go find like the different rocks in school and at the beach, but like there's kind of nothing much. Or maybe I just haven't been looking in the right places. Snowy shop. Ice spectacles. Bag of melted snow. And there are a few ice sculptures as well. Bag of colored melted snow. Okay, I think these are like to decorate your avatar. So next to your avatar, you can paste like posters as well. Go away. There's a go away poster, and then you can post. You can put the buttons next to your avatar, and you can also buy the fancy photo frame for your avatar. Oh, silly mouse. There's a square mouse here. Okay, so those were the shops, right? And how they get money, right, is by exploring the land. So I drew this, I drew like all the maps out as well. And all the money, they are hidden, like they're like the sack of money at it. So they'll be hidden, like especially in the circular area. So this will be 100 SP. So SP stands for silly points. So that's the currency of the game. So like there's one hidden here. So they'll be hidden around the world. And like every day I'll change the location. So like when people play, right, during recess, then they'll come, then they want to find the money. So they'll flip through the pages and tell me where they see the money. Like they'll tell me when they see, then I'll just tally up the points and add it to their account. then they can use to buy more stuff. So like, for example, there's one here. Get your own bottle of smoke smell. Get a smell catcher for 3SP and catch your city smoke smell. So this is the jar where with the pincers to catch the smoke, apparently. So you'll get this in your inventory, like when you buy it. Okay, this is like some amusement park. Oh yeah, then besides buying items, right, they can also find it in all these worlds. Like if there's a word next to the item, it means they can take it. So like flowers or like fake arrow, so they can get this stuff. Old tire. Okay, the book is like falling apart, but yeah.
Just to give you a heads up, we have about 15-20 minutes left. Just to give you a heads up.
Oh, okay.
More thing that you want to share as well, and hold this tight together about who you are today. So just
okay.
Just to give.
I guess I'll just go through this a bit faster. And if anybody has anything particular to ask, I can still stay back later. So there's a rocky land, a snowy land, and sometimes I get my friends to like draw stuff inside as well. Like so sometimes they draw like sculptures or monsters. Okay, so and then like there's even stuff like lucky draw. So like this one, like I used to keep all the account stuff inside. Painting arena. Okay, what's this? Sunny island to calm your eyes. Okay, you can tell me, is this calming to the eyes? Okay, I think I'll go to the second book because there's more quality stuff in there. Yeah, okay, so the drawings here are like clearer. Okay, there's even a rarity index. Yep, so here are more squencil, which is a square pencil. There's a frozen shooting stars. I love this kind of stuff. Okay, I want to point this out. So you see this, the normal potted flowers and the abnormal potted flowers. So this was the inspiration for this card, like in the Plantopia card game that we made recently. Yeah, so it's like the evolution of the abnormal flowers.
Could you quickly explain what is Plantopia? Because perhaps some people here.
It's a card game. It's a card game that we just developed recently. Later, I'll show like more shots of it. I have some info in the PowerPoint.
Very good.
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting because a lot of things that we see about you when you were young and you were already playing, it's something that helped you be more creative later on.
Yeah, so I drew out all the items, and here are more worlds for people to explore. So this is where they find the money and the items as well. Places like this. Yeah, there's always money hidden here because it looks like the money bag.
So we have a couple of questions for you in the Zoom. Can you access the Zoom right now?
Okay, wait, let me check.
Yeah. Like about the memory of star idea.
Oh, is it from we're looking at the frozen shooting star? I'll be talking about the song later, actually, like about the meaning behind the song towards the end of the presentation, so I can address it later as well. All right, so I'm about done with these. If anyone wants a closer look, you can probably share more later if you have any questions. But for now, I think I'll move on to the rest of the presentation first. Okay, so those were fun times. And I still remember the times when everyone gathered during recess to play this game. Okay, let me switch back first. Okay, you all see the whale washer invention?
Yeah.
This is another thing I drew. This one was when I was 13. I drew it like under the table during class, which I wasn't supposed to. So don't learn from me, but yeah. And now it's become like a feature in one of our games. So I'm also working in a game company. I was the scriptwriter for Holy Potatoes Spy Story. So I tried to introduce some quirks to the character. So like one of the main character has has a is crazy about wanting to wash whale. So like this whale washer invention thing is now like one of the funny stuff, just one of the funny side stuff in the game. So this was at Apple at Orchard area where we were having a workshop at Apple, and like so it's quite funny how like, let's see how many years later, 13 years later, this whale washer invention that I drew below my table is like now shared on the screen. So this is the game that I worked on as the script writer, and you can see at the bottom left, that's Dan TDM. That's one of the streamers. So like this video has 2 million views on YouTube. It's quite funny. So he's reading all the lines that I wrote for the game. And like besides writing the dialogues also, like the script writer, oh yeah, so first intro, I think not many people know like about the role of a game script writer. Like everyone knows the people who do coding and the artists. So the script writer is always mistaken as like programming the script, but actually is writing the content. So to write the dialogues, the story flow, and also like the miscellaneous info, like you can see the bottom right, like the items, like all the item lists, the item names and description. Sort of like you create the content and you write the dialogues. Yep. So in the second Zoom session in December, it'll be more tailored towards the gaming industry. So I will speak more in detail about the work that I've done for games related. But this is a quick look for everyone who's interested. And also in the same company, my game company, Daylight Studios, we've started this series called Life of a Potato. So I'm doing the drawings and the ideas and most of the stuff for it as well. It's about the ordinary potato and its friends and like all the cute and funny stories and encounters. So like we post stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and now we have, so it's sort of like we develop a fan base around this, and then from this Life of a Potato, we can branch out into many stuff like making games about it, or like, you know, collabs or advertising, making merchandise. So instead of the usual way is to make a game first, then you hope people like it. So now it's more of like we create this whole world first and get people into it. Then we can create lots of new stuff like games. So speaking of games, the Life of a Potato, now we have developed this card game called Plantopia together with Origami, which is a Singapore board game company. So I do the creative content and all the artwork, while Daryl Chow from Origami, he designs the game mechanics. So on the December sharing, I'll be inviting the rest of the team, Daryl, Nick, and Elwin, to speak together about the games industry as well. So this is a quick look. You can see there's all the funny plants here. Maybe I can show you guys the cards. I switch back to the camera view again. So these cards that I have now, right, they are just the prototype. So like after that, Daryl was still working on it and changing the stats and stuff. So you see stickers over it. So this is a sneak peek of the prototype. And now the actual game is in production. So it's all based on like actual plants, but you can tell that it's become very punny. So like firecracker flower is a real thing as well, but it doesn't look like literal firecracker, but now it does. And here's the one that I showed earlier, money plant. Yes, if only we had this. And this is the Keller lily. Actually, Daryl Chow's, like the game designer, his daughter is called Keller. So this is like a subtle reference for his daughter. So it become called a lily. Hello, lily. And the carnation, yeah, it's a nation of cars. And this is from Lily of the Valley. This one's actually for my mom, because this is the suzerain plant, it's her favorite plant. Lily of the Valley, so I've changed it to be Lily of the Rainbow, and I try to make the artwork suit the pun and the ideas as well. So the flowers are rainbow. Okay, of course we need to have a violet, so like mini violins are violet. Buttercup, which is a cup of butter. Tulips, I'm sure everyone has seen this pun somewhere. This one is a music pun, so in music there's like sharps, flats, and natural. So this is the music sign for natural. The impossible tree, this is the MC Escher cube, so the MC Treasure. This one's a reference to the Go, the Monte Carlo tree, which is a programming thing. So it's literally called Monte Carlo tree. And this is how the I don't know what you call it, but that's how the options branch out when in the programming for Monte Carlo. So it's kind of become part of the tree. The symmetry and the square root of 3, which is literally, the square root of 3. The geometry, vectors, boba tree, gum tree, pepper tree. Yeah, so you can see all the puns. Like a lot of them are like ideas that I had when I was young. Some of them I've even like drawn out before. Trigonometry. You know how everyone always spells angel as angle? Yeah, so I have to have that reference in here. There's a pointless cactus. This is the actual name of the cactus, but I put a fake dollar here. And this one has been renamed to Cutus in the actual game. So like Cutetus. So the caption is the cutest cactus. This is one of my favorites, the cactus. Yep, succulent. Cacti, Tornos. Yeah. At first, this one was called arrogant prick. Like there's a pun also, but then like we're afraid that the word prick might not be family friendly. So like I guess Tornos is quite perfect as well. And cactus and has to have a doctors as well. Buff cactus. Okay, so these are the Singapore theme ones. So the Merlion is the Singapore like icon. This is the dandelion Merlion, so the dandy Merlion. And this one's a Singaspore, so it's like a Singapore mushroom. And this one, Marina Bay, yeah, it's like Marina Bay Sands, but it's made of the bay leaf. And this is the Art Science Museum, which is actually shaped like a lotus. Like the real thing is actually based on a lotus. So of course we need that reference. And this one, Rain, Wind, and Sun is RWS, which is like Resorts World Sentosa, which also is like part of Singapore. And then during the Kickstarter campaign, like those countries with the most backers, we started making like plants based on their countries as well. So here's the cute Canadian maple. So yeah, with the hockey stick, which is literally like a tree stick branch. There's the Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Leaf Bear Tree, which is the worst pun ever. It's like, it's literally staring, it's chewing, and it's a leaf, and it's a bear, and it's a tree. Yeah, and he enjoys his freedom of speech. And this one's based on the English dish, toadstool in the hole. I think it's called toad in the hole, the original one. So now it's like a toadstool. So it's part of the fungi. Yep, and then yeah, some of the other cards. That's the weather cards. So rain and wind, sun. Yep. Okay.
Can you tell us, Drako, like how did the Kickstarter campaign went? Because we here can understand it's not just like that. It's like a long-term project that you grew up from you were very young. But how did it go?
Oh, the Kickstarter project. You can see over here. Show me all categories on Earth sorted by popularity, and we were #1 in the world on the last day. Yeah. So that was like, I mean, I didn't expect it at all. Cause look, we are trending above Keanu Reeves and some legendary pot. As in, we didn't raise more money than them or anything like that. But I think it's just the algorithm, like the popularity. So maybe there's a lot of people going in to back or to look. Yeah. So I think I felt really happy because I mean, this is something that means a lot to me. It's really all of me. Like, you know, this whole all the drawings, the artwork, the ideas. Like, I feel it's like very close to my heart. Like, the kind of thing that I've loved doing since I was a kid. And like together with Daryl, Nick, and Elvin, so together we've made this dream come true. So this is a big moment, but it hasn't ended yet. Now, actually, it's more of like we just finished preparing for the production very recently. Right now, they are still printing, so might still have some things to sort out. But we should be shipping out the cards in December.
Yeah. Can I add something? Just to say, you know, I shared this campaign with some of my friends and said, oh, like, you know, they're thinking you got lucky. And I think today, having you in a virtual tool, we really understand how much work has been put in this actual campaign. And it's not successful just, I'm sorry, it's not just a story about algorithm or being lucky. It's really like years of like grooming the pun and like the community, and I'm really happy that you're successful, because this is it's showing the work.
Yeah,
and it's
thank
paying
you.
off. So
I
really
mean, I don't deny, I think luck is always a factor. Like there are many things that I thought I worked very hard, but then like nobody noticed. And then there are some things that like I thought I didn't expect anything, but people notice. So yeah, luck is really a factor. But I mean, on the other hand, also the harder you work, the more effort you put in, like, you know, to prepare for stuff, then you get luckier. That's what I think as well. Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I think I do know, I can understand why some people might say that. Like, of course, my art is not the best, and I'm not great in like designing games or anything either. Like I'm quite new to the game industry, maybe about 2-3 years like that. And like, I mean, this art also is quite simple like that. But I think what really speaks to people is like the puns, the ideas, and like maybe it's cute, and also like the simplicity can be attractive as well. So I think it's not about trying to be the best always. Like, I mean, I'll totally admit that I'm not the best artist anyway. I'm not the best violinist, but I think it's more of finding what's special to you and like what you really want to share with the world. So I'm so happy that like 5,000 people back our project, and like they enjoyed like all these puns or what. So some of them even messaged to say that like, oh, when they saw this, it brought a lot of laughter to them when they read the puns. And like someone said that their daughter even started trying to draw and animate some of the plants that I made as well. So I mean, this is really what makes it all worthwhile. I'm happy that people enjoy like what I've done. Yep. So later I'll leave the link to the Kickstarter if you wish to find out more about this card game. And what's next? Okay, more memes. Yeah. So this was actually an animation that I did. Later I'll send you the link also, because I don't think I should screen it here because it's a bit laggy. So there's a lot of puns, and I think people go crazy over the Mark Zuckerberg on the top right. And like the Instagram is literally a like gram, like weighing scale, and then the Tinder is literally the Tinder wood. And so it's about the adventure of a guy who gets sucked into the computer after he shouts the computer sucks, and then like he encounters a lot of stuff like Firefox and the Windows. Yep. So later I'll share with you the link to this. It's more of like more of my crazy ideas and puns. So all these kind of things, like when I see the internet, sometimes I think, what would happen if I'm literally standing on that hill, you know, that desktop background. Yeah. And then this is also about my Go journey. So I've been playing Go since young. It's not reversey. It's this black and white game thing, but it's not reversey. And I think it's played a huge part in my life, because like not only make some friends and like, you know, learn some skills, like you know, I think it does improve your thinking and your concentration and like, you know, or sportsmanship, all that kind of thing. And I was very lucky to get the chance to travel to play Go overseas as well and represent Singapore sometimes. And I think it's also influenced my artwork. Like I think previously I showed you the badminton racket. Now there's a tennis racket here. And for this picture, so I was the designer for the Southeast Asia Go Congress. So like this backdrop, I drew it as well, and then they printed it out. And I did the posters and the shirt designs, the stuff like that. So I think it's quite important that for the designer to actually know how to play Go. At first, I didn't want to take up this project because I was quite busy, and I also felt that I don't know whether I can do a good enough job to design all the stuff for the Congress. But then they showed me what was the original thing, which was like the backdrop was just literally only a repeated Go board, and then just the word like Southeast Asia Go Congress. It's like, no, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, because like, I think when people don't know what the game is about, you also don't know what will speak to the audience and what to design about it. Like often you see when Go appears on like TV shows or pictures, right? People are always like putting the stones in the wrong places, or like the game just looks very hilarious. Like when you are a Go player and you see the game, and then like they pretend to be pros, but then like, you know, the game situation is like illegal situations. So yeah, I think when you do something, you have to really even if you don't know about it at first, I think you have to like research into it and know the background. So that's something that I also learned as the scriptwriter of the game, because I'm not a like hardcore gamer or anything, and I don't watch a lot of movies, but I needed to do a lot of references, because the game had a lot of puns and like reference to like celebrities, like it's like parodies. So I have to know a lot about this stuff. So I had to read up a lot like about all the different kind of celebrity, and then before writing parody about them, like celebrity and parody of other game characters as well. So things like that. I think in everything we do, right, we have to like research about it before we do the piece or art or writing about it. So as I said, Go is like a big part of my life now. It's like even when I go to the toilet and I look at the floor, right, if it's like it has lines, right, I start to like play Go in my head on the floor. Yeah, and even when I see like waffles, then I'll think of playing Go on the waffles. So this is like, I sort of collab with the Life of a Potato, which is actually myself. So I'm like collab with myself, but they don't know that I'm the artist, so I just put like, oh, I collab with this one. Yeah. So this was also for the Southeast Asia Go Congress, some of the promotional materials. And then in Go also, like there are certain funny terms, like this one's called ladder. So like when you chase the stone up, it's a ladder. So I've sort of incorporated it into my artwork. So there's like the white stones trying to save the stones from being captured. So they are going up the ladder. So I think like a lot of things are connected, like Go, art and music. Yeah, I think it's like having all these interests, and people think that I'm doing very different things, but actually I always feel that they are all connected and they will all play a part. Like even my music is influenced by the stuff that I do. To be honest, like even when I dream, right, it's like when I'm studying for my chemistry test last time, then I'll start to dream of like you know those chemical compounds. So I dream of the chemical compounds, but they are made of gold stones. Yeah, all sort of crazy stuff happen. Moving on. So this is like that time I did a project like self-initiated. It's 100 cards for charity. So it's sort of like my birthday project. So I asked that nobody give me anything for my birthday, and if they want, instead ask them to buy one of these cards for charity. So it was quite low price for each card, like $10, 10 Sing dollars for each card. So total raised about 1,000 plus for charity, for animal shelter, and also for World Vision. And I think like this project, it really helped me to find like sort of like my style and the things that really make like are unique to me. Like the drawings are definitely not like super fantastic or anything, as you can see, but I think they all have some sort of character or like some sort of puns. It's like just really the kind of things that I'll do. And the people who received the cards also felt like happy. So I think this was a project that really meant a lot to me, because like I wanted to help a charity. At the same time, I also wanted to work for it. I didn't want to just say, oh, hi, it's my birthday, please donate, and like end it there. I wanted the people who donated to receive something as well, to make them happy. So I think like I'm really glad that I managed to do this project of the 100 cards. I think this is one of my favorite, the pizzas on the pineapple. You know how like people always get angry about pineapple on pizza? So I've taken it a step further by putting the pizzas on the pineapple. And this one's about crying over spilled milk, which is a reminder to myself also, like, shouldn't cry over spilled milk. And then there's a sea bass. I always use this to annoy my friends who play the bass. Like it's the bass fish combined with the bass guitar. And this is remember earlier I mentioned this is the natural sign in music, and this is the flat sign in music. And this is the cat from our company, one of our games, the Holy Potatoes games. Yeah, and here are some of the other cards that I made. I think these two are like some of my favorite puns. It's a bit crude, but yeah, I think people enjoy this kind of thing. And
just to give a heads up, we are about to reach 8 p.m.
Okay, and this is also some of my favorite. This is based off the original picture. There's literally also a bird standing on the sign of like no birds allowed. Yeah, so some of these are like inspired by memes, like the burger one as well. This one, the burgers in the burger, was also inspired by one of those meme photos. Yep. Okay, and I think this is about the last part. I'll just be sharing about my new single. I'll be releasing it this Saturday on like all the different platforms, Spotify, YouTube, all that. Saturday, sorry. So it's about, it's like, usually songs are like about ourselves, human life, but this one's about the perspective of a lonely star in the sky. So it's a perspective of the star who looks down from above and like holds on to the wishes of humans, because humans are always like making wishes upon stars, right? Like as if they are like some very holy or like all powerful thing. So the star receives all these wishes, and he tries his best to make the wishes come true, but he also feels very lonely up there alone. Like he's doing all the work for the humans, but he doesn't get to experience like the friendship or the love or all the things that the humans get to do. So that's what he wishes, and but he feels very lonely out there because all the stars are very far apart. So he's always alone. So is the song is about this star, and like even though the star feels sad, like it hopes that the light that it shines will bring joy to those who see it. So I think in a sense, sometimes like it sort of came from my own emotions also during like difficult times. Like sometimes things are very difficult, and like I just feel like it's a bit hopeless last time, especially when I went through some difficult times. But then I still wish that like I can do something good with my life, and that someone will gain from it, like whether it's animals or people or what. So some of it is also from my own experience, the emotion, though it's not directly talking about it. And like this song also has been with me for like quite long. It is kind of evolved. I'm thinking of making a video to show like how it evolved from the first version to up till now. So yeah, maybe that video will be for another time. And at the end of this session, I will send you the link where you can watch the promo video that I made myself about this star. So in the video, you can see like the star actually came down to Earth, something like that. I won't spoil it too much. I'll just send the link later if you haven't seen it. And yep, so gonna end soon. And this is just heads up for what's coming up. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Singapore time, I'll be having a music live podcast on the City Music Facebook page. I'll be putting this info up in my social media. You can see over here, like Instagram, Facebook. And then there'll be another stream on Webby Music on the 21st, which is also when I release my new song. Yep. And let's see. Okay, I think I can pass to Annalore, or any questions anybody has.
Yeah, I think we have time for a couple of questions. In any case, like you will be sharing how to reach you.
Okay, wait, now let me just send all the links first.
Perhaps can you go back to the slide for your next? Yes. Okay. Super. Thank you so much. I'm gonna pick exactly what Sean said in the chat, like awesome creative process. I think it's completely amazing.
I can't find the chat again, sorry. Yeah,
I'm telling you, so somebody like Shonto is saying awesome creative process, and I completely agree. And Creativesatwork and ALH Studio, the two organizations that are beyond like Thriving Singapore, it's really the type of artist we wanted to welcome in the exhibition. Is like you're like creative, not just you're in your creative process, you're bringing all of you. And for me, this is really important in a place like Singapore. Like all the part of your life can be brought together, and that's how really you thrive. So thank you for sharing all your journey. We are very happy to welcome you again on the 12th of December.
The
2nd of December. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. 2nd of December. For the geeky part of the crowd today, like come back on the 2nd of December. Like if you can change slide there so that we can see the time. So it's going to be, I think, at 7 p.m. and really focus on like how creativity and gaming environment came together in your team in particular. And I think like fantastic. I know some of the other artists like are participating to the talk today, and so thank you again for joining, everyone.
Thank you so much for bringing us together as well, like to Annalore and the Thriving Singapore Creativesatwork. Yeah. I'm really happy that like people actually turned up for this session. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Last advice for the crowd and Drako. One thing to take away on top of everything you shared.
Okay, so this might be slightly long, but I think what's important is not you don't have to be the best. Like don't wait till you are the best to get started. Cause I mean, even up to now, like violin, I mean, it may look good to you, but actually the truth is, compared to a lot of like classical those professional violinists, classical violinists, my technique is definitely not as good as theirs, and I'm not being humble. Like it's just a fact. But you know, even though I'm nowhere near the best, I can still find what's special. Like you know, playing metal music, even in art as well. Even though my art style is simple, but I try to tell like cute stories and heartwarming stories, and like people still appreciate it. So I think like don't wait till things are perfect. Like even my job in the game industry, right? I'm telling you, like I got the way I got in is very funny. Also misunderstanding. Like I thought I was being interviewed as an artist, but actually they were hiring a script writer. So I went in without having any like writing background or any writing degree, anything of that sort. So I also started from scratch. So here's what I want to say is really, you don't have to wait till you are the best to do something like that you'll be happy with. So whatever it is, just try, you know, just do what you can, and also like take some time to see what you think is really special to you. Like what is it that you want to show the world? Like you don't have to be the technical best, be it art, music, or work or anything. Yeah, I think there's always something that all of us can offer, and I hope that all of you will find it as well. And I'm really grateful that all of you came to listen to this session. Yeah, I'm really happy to hang out with all of you. And y'all can ask me if you have any questions now as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, like for some in the evening, some others in the morning. We have about like 20 countries already, like people from 20 countries already visited the virtual space. So please go back to check the rest of the artists, check our event and workshop page, because we have like amazing workshop, and share with your friends and family. And we'll see you like probably like tomorrow and next week, because we have event every week. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hold on. I have something.
Yeah?
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Show us.
first I'm going to send all the links. And then, okay, so here are the links if you're interested. You can also pre-save the song that's coming up on Saturday. And lastly, you can just scroll to the bottom of the links. Do you see my Zoom background? If you want to get the background, you can get it now. Just click the link and you can download the file.
Super. Thank you for the present.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you've copy-pasted the links in any case. And Drako, you will share it on your social media, yeah?
Yep.
Super. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.